My name is Jeremy. As everybody knows, I'm not a spiritualist or anything like that. I'm part of a new age genre of people, ideas, concepts, whatever. Okay, today I'm going to talk to you about pendulums. In my previous one, we talked about energy fields, positive, negative, and how they can affect you. Okay, when using a pendulum, positive energies and negative energies affect the results that you will get from your pendulum. If your mindset is negative, then don't do it. Don't play around with it. Don't mess with it. You have to totally be into what you're doing. Most people say pendulums only give you yes, no answers. This is not true. Pendulums can be used for many, many purposes. The information that you're seeking has to be available to you in order to get it. Um, you cannot get lottery numbers or anything like that. You can um, find out numbers for things, you can find out colors for things, as long as the information is available to you. You can find out locations of things as long as the information, again, is available to you when you do it. The more and more you work with it, the stronger your connection with your pendulum will be. As you can see, my pendulum is got copper with magnets and my crystal in the center. Okay. Also, you can see that my pendulum has a place for me to hold it. I hold my pendulum in my dominant hand. I use my less dominant hand when I'm doing my readings. Okay. You can get flow charts for using your pendulum. This one here is chakra inquiry chart. You can ask where does my negative energy lie, where do I need to work on, stuff like that, all that information, and it'll go into it. That way you know where you need to work on by searching or researching books on colors for each chakra. You can find out how to open these. A lot of free information on the web on how to enhance your chakras, whether it's your throat, your heart, your crown, whatever your energy field is that you need to work on. Like I said, there's tons of free information out there on the web. All you have to do is know what you're looking for. With the help of your pendulum, you can find the information that you're seeking. With the help of spirit guides and whatever, and that's going to be in a whole nother video. We'll talk about spirit guides, how they can help you, how and what you can get out of it, and how to use them. Okay. This one here, this is just a regular yes/no chart. As you can see, this is how my pendulum works. Yes is straight up and down, no is straight across. Then we have do not wish to answer. Then we have ready for a question. And then I also have thinking is one that I use, and that's where my pendulum will just go around in a circle. That is the way I use mine. There is no set pattern to how your pendulum will react to you, or how your energy field will interpret your readings. Only you decide how your pendulum is going to react to you. Okay? That's only because my mindset says that yes and no is this way. My mindset for no is this way. Thinking is in a circular motion. Do not wish to answer. Ready for a question. These are already preset, and I've been using my pendulum for a set amount of time that no matter how many times I've tried to say, show me yes, says no, or any of that, it still will not do it. Okay? It's because the energy I've put into it and the work I've put into it, those are the way my thoughts and suggestions go out to it. Okay? There are people who say holding your pendulum next to your heart brings out your heart chakra energy into your reading. Um, that may be true for some people, not true for others. Again, the way you use your pendulum all depends on you. Okay? Now, as shown, you grab your ball or your chain or whatever, however you want to go about it. Okay? You rest it on your hand at first, then lift it up just slightly. Then you ask your pendulum questions like thinking, and as you can see, it just started moving on its own. And then show me yes, show me thinking again, show me no, show me do not wish to answer. As you can see, it just moves right along into it. Show me ready for a question. Show me ready for a question. Thank you. Sometimes your pendulum will answer things before you even get it into your mind. It's only because the energy field is already in your head, and I just said, is my name Jeremy? So it said yes. Now I can just say it in my head. And as you can see, it's moving to yes and no. Because I asked if my name was Jeremy, and it went yes. And I asked if my name was Lois, and then it said no. Okay? And that is the basic concept of how your pendulum works. And like I said, depending on how much time and practice you put into your pendulum will depend on how long it takes for your pendulum to respond to you. You do not have to hold your pendulum. People say, what do you mean I don't have to hold my pendulum for it to work? No. You can build a tripod thing, and this is probably the best way to go about it, because if you're holding it, and you really want a certain answer, you can just shake it around and get the answer that you think you want. Also, depending on your mindset, you may be thinking no to the question that you're answering, or you may be thinking yes because it's really what you want to hear. I did see another video out there about pendulums and how to get a more open or broad question when doing it. It was with all things considered, was very good on when you're asking questions, or for my greater good. When asking things, is it for my greater good, or is it all things considered? Pendulums can divine locations. Pendulums can find things for you, but the information is already out there. Somewhere out there, someone already has this information. I can tell you what your name is. I can do a lot of different things. I can tell you how old you are using a pendulum, because you already know the information. And all I have to do is know where you physically are in your head, because you can sit there and put negative energy towards it too, and that would give me the wrong information. Okay? I'm not gonna do like a web search and look you up and say, yeah, this is where you live and this is all. I do it all with this. I don't need nothing but this, because your energy out there says, I am who I am, this is who I am, and this is how old I am, because you already know the information. Now, if you're trying to use this to find out a lottery number, you can use this to find out a lottery number of a past lottery, but it will not give you the answer to a lottery that has not happened, because the information is not there. And another thing, when messing with stuff of the spiritual nature, no spiritual entity messes with free will. It is a cosmic law or a karmic law that says they are not allowed to intervene with your free will. You choose what you want. And that's why most of the time when you have this chart here, when you're saying yes, no, maybe so, whatever, it'll go straight to do not wish to answer or will not answer, or it'll just stop on you altogether. It's because you are not meant to have information that is outside your realm of view. The more you work with it, you can pick up little hints and traces of this or that or whatever, but again, it's not going to predict your future because only you know your future. Because I could sit here right here in this chair and say, well, my day is going to be great, grand, wonderful, and then 10 minutes later I decide, I ain't doing nothing, I'm going to sit here and watch a video all day. You know, it all depends on what I want to make of the day. But the pendulum is a neat, nifty thing that helps bring your subconscious energy, or anybody's subconscious energy, positive, negative, whatever. A great little tool when around tons of people. You can have them all look at a card and you can guess the card without ever looking at it yourself. As long as everybody is focused on what the card is, it's a great way to entertain people. You know, it's also a great conversation starter. People say, "What's that?" Well, this is my pendulum. And they say, "What's it used for?" Well, it can be used for many things. I can tell you what time a bus will arrive. I can tell you if somebody's going to call me. I can tell you people's names, ages. I can tell you their zodiac sign. Any information that's available in the universe that has already been thought of. Let's put it that way. Anything that's already been in someone's thought. Say someone read a book on something and I wanted to try and draw some of that information, but I didn't want to read the book. I can physically say, is it in the best good that I know this information? And then I can sit there and bring out one of my charts. It has like letters on it, and I can have it spell out phrases out of the book that I'm seeking. Anything from the author of the book, title of the book, specific page of a book that I need to read. I use this with my medicine cards for if I want to try and answer a question that's in my head, but I don't know where to look. You can use this if you want to read your Bible and you don't know what part of the Bible pertains to you at this point in your life. Somebody does. The energy's out there. Many thousands of people have read the Bible, and cover to cover you could find a specific line or phrase that refers to you, and just by using a number chart 1 through like 50 or something, it can tell you the page number, the chapter number, and the line number. You know, it's all about believing in what you're doing. If you don't believe in it, you're putting negative energy towards it, and it's not going to work for you. So when you're doing anything of the new age, divination, psychic abilities, whatever, if you do not believe it's going to work, it's not going to do anything for you. Do not do it. Don't mess with it, because all you're doing is you're wasting your time and you're not going to get any results from it. But if it is something that you want to do, it will be very empowering, very enlightening, and for the greater good. Okay? I don't know how else to put it, but that was my tutorial on how to use your pendulum. Okay? You guys have a great one and enjoy.